Hello guys, Zuljan here, and welcome back to another episode of Scrap Mechanic. I hope you guys are having an awesome day today. Guys, thanks so much for all the amazing support on the Scrap Mechanic series. As always, if you do enjoy the videos, make sure to give me some dap on that like button to show your support. And you can subscribe to the channel for more daily videos. So guys, I've been playing around with my base a little bit. Like, I don't know if you call it a base. It's like a scrap mechanic workshop. Anyway, I don't have really anything going on here. Like, there's no fundamental point to have a base in Scrap Mechanic right now because it's all creative. But I'm having a lot of fun with it, like just playing around with the aesthetic and stuff like that. I did do a door recently. This was a really fun project. Asuma had did an OR gate a little while back, and I wanted to understand a little bit better. So I went ahead and created one, and it's a really great little invention. Basically, it allows you to put two inputs on one bearing. So there's only one bearing controlling this naturally because there's no weld function. Well, not one, well, I say one bearing, but it could be on a bearing. Right now it's on a piston instead, but I have a piston set up. Let me just show you. Hold on. There we go. So I have a piston set up right behind this door, and you can see with the wheels and stuff like that, and basically it just retracts. It's connected to this door, and it just slides along the foundation until it gets to the closing point or the opening point, depending on which state it's in. Now, the weird thing about this is technically you can't hook up more than one input to a controller. In this case, it's that controller. So if I were to just to hook up an input to the controller, it would not work. Well, it would, but it wouldn't do it. You see how this is not hooked up to that, and that button definitely controls this? Basically, this is what happens. This OR gate that Asuma invented, well, he didn't invent the concept, but he invented this design for the OR gate. Basically, what it does is there's two controllers set up here, and they're connected to each bearing with a sensor in the middle, and the sensor acts as an input to this controller, which controls the piston. Now, if any one of the bars move in the way of that sensor, it activates the state. So if I hit that, you'll see the bar lift up and the door opens. On the other side, the same thing happens. If I were to click the button, the bar goes down. In this case, it would be the other bar, and the door closes, so it changes the states. An AND gate would have to be to where they would be both down in order to make this operation to work. There is a small problem with the gate. Let me go ahead and open a little hole here because I'll need it to come back in. But you can get stuck if you hit the button for some reason and run out before it it finishes. You'll see that if I click it, nothing happens, because basically the sensor's already triggered, so the other bar won't trigger it a second time. It just kind of goes down. So unfortunately, that does not work. What you can do is come through in like this and hit it again, and then that sensor goes up. You'll see that, and now it should work correctly. So if I hit this one, both sensors will be up, and that means that the door is open. Now, if any one of them go down, including this one, it'll just close back. So you can open it back, go through, and close it again. So really neat. It allows for the two-way door design, and I think that's pretty cool. And I'll just close my little access panels and close up the wall. So this is the other design that I've been working on. This is a little garage door concept. Now, it's broken. All right, it's not working correctly. Every time I start the map again, it kind of snaps into place and it messes up, and it's a little bit too heavy as it is. So I do need to change some stuff. Also, it's missing a couple of arms, but let me go ahead and activate it and show you what my frustrations are. So you see how it rubs right there, right? A lot of that is due to the weight rubbing so hard, and some of it is just due to the limitations that are these arms. So with arms, there's a few different things. You see how it's like 1, 2, 3 wide, and it actually hinges onto a piston, a bearing, which makes it 4. If I were to add another joint to this bar, it couldn't have an intersection. It could, but it's really hard to have things intersect. If I had it in this particular square, it would have to have enough opening between the two for the bars never to intersect. And normally that wouldn't be a bad problem. You just say, well, don't let them intersect via the angles. But every time I restart the map, they could intersect and it can break stuff. So it's not a good idea to do that type of stuff yet. So in essence, it has to be 1 wide for every joint. So right now we have 1, 2, 3 joints. Now, to make this a little bit better, I would need a 4th or a 5th joint to really place the door to where it can be flush with the hole, and then it would go in forward. So ideally, basically what would happen is if it would move out of the way on opening, it would pull out of the hole, it would tilt, and then it would move out of the way. On putting it back in or resetting the state, it would get into position, and then it would move flushly into the hole. So 2 things wrong with that. One, the design is too heavy, which the brick aesthetic is really, really nice, but in all honesty, it has to be wood because it's just too heavy. Let's see if this makes any kind of improvement on the way it drags. I don't think it's going to make that much difference, but it could. And we'll just clip that. And really and truly, without taking the whole door off almost, it's not going to be worth it to go there. So anyway, the hard part is this one anyway, because it's so far away from the joint and you can't weld. Now, I could do the same exact design on the opposite side and split the door in half. Another thing I could do is maybe add a joint right here to where the door would actually fold into 2 pieces before it tucks away. So I don't know. It was rubbing a little bit too much, so I ended up messing around with the angles and I made it go an extra 15 degrees opposite just so it tilts. And that's why it has this little tilt at the beginning or at the end in this case. But when you flip it back, it tilts just at 15 degrees. And then it has enough scoop, and you saw how it kind of dragged there, but actually that seemed a lot smoother than the first go round with the bricks. So that's pretty cool. Now that it's wood, it goes in a little bit better, and let's see how it looks from the outside. I was curious. Well, actually, I'm not even going to do that. What I'd like to do is open it. I don't have a 2-way switch on this one. When I perfect the design, I'm going to put the OR gate on it as well. All right. Let's hit this one and go out, and let's see how it works. Surprisingly rough. You see that? How it twists up and stuff? That's basically what happens sometimes when it... and I can't make it go back either. Hold on. Almost every time I start my game, that happens already. So definitely need to be some improvement. Oh, and I locked myself out again. Yeah, we're going to need an emergency exit on here. Stat. Let's see here. Yeah, we're going to need an emergency exit. There's no handles. No handle. Maybe I'll make a turnstile door. I don't know. It'll be fun. All right, so if we were to hit this thing on the side, does it go back into place? No, not really. All right, let's hit the button. I'd like to see it line up flush before it actually does that. Maybe it wasn't through turning. All right, now it's through. The process is complete. Let's go ahead and hit this and see what happens. Come on, baby, work for me. No, still no. Yeah, I got plenty of work to do on it. But anyway, I'm going to work on the design a little bit more. But I have no time today, guys. I'm headed out to PAX. I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to PAX South, San Antonio, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I'm leaving today, which is the Thursday. And I probably won't be back until Monday afternoon. So there will be a lapse in some Scrap Mechanic videos, you guys. There will be a few days that we don't have Scrap Mechanic videos. So I hope you guys understand. And for those of you that are coming out to PAX, come meet me. Come holla at me. I'll be around. If you don't follow me already on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, and I'll be announcing where we're going to be doing meetups. Slipgator will be there, and as well as Drax and BTC. And we're all going to be hanging out. Star Snipe from the Arc service probably going to be coming too. And we're going to have a good time. So anyway, follow me on Twitter, guys. We'll be announcing that. And other than that, I will see you guys after PAX. So a few days without Scrap Mechanic videos. I got plenty of other stuff going on the channel. Arc still coming up. There's Crashlands coming up. Rogue Wizards. All sorts of things. I just have too many series to do every day, everything while I'm going. It's too much pre-recording. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed the little door showcase. If you did, don't forget to give me some dap on that like button to show your support for the series, guys. And you can subscribe to the channel for more daily videos. Thank you so much for watching. As always, this is Zul'jin signing off, and we'll see you next time. Here we go. So it's like a combine. Now, bad thing is you can get this thing stuck pretty easy. Hold on. You can get it stuck pretty easy.
So, and then sometimes it's very, very unstable. So I connected the engine to these tires here,